Author's point of view. But again a warning. The inspector asks his subordinate, "Yes, sir." See, subordinate replied while showing the warning note. Inspector took the note from his subordinate and read it. "Tonight at XYZ place, I'm gonna steal the most precious thing. Catch me if you can. Your own phantom kitten." Inspector, after reading the note, ready the police force. Subordinate, "Okay, sir." Left from there. Inspector, "This thief is getting on my nerves. If I fail to catch that thief tonight, I might get dismissed from my position." At night, XYZ place. Inspector to the in charge of XYZ place. "So you mean the diamond of room 4? In charge. "Yes, sir. The diamond is worth almost $100 million. Inspector, "Okay." To his subordinate, "Tight the security of this room. Not a single person should enter or exit the room." Subordinate, "Yes, sir." Inspector to himself, "That thief shouldn't run away this time, or else the consequence won't be good, at least for me." It was midnight, but nothing happened. The whole atmosphere was silent until the siren rang, indicating that someone has tried to steal something. They follow the sound and enter a room. They look here and there and saw a standing figure which is looking like a human cat. Yes, there is that thief, Phantom Kitten. Phantom Kitten's point of view. "I came here to steal the thing I told I'm gonna steal, but I was surprised by not seeing much security in the room. But who cares? I quickly did my work and managed to send the money to my place. Well, it was the easiest stealing I have ever done, but I'm not liking it. I looked for a siren and broke it intentionally. Because why not? There is no fun in this game, so why not make it a little bit funable?" Soon the place was filled with the guards and police officers. I smirked widely, seeing them aiming their guns on me. I laughed dramatically and said, "You are late, officers. I already have done my work. Better luck next time. Now I have to go. It's almost 1 a.m. in the night. I need to take my beauty sleep." "You also go. Take a good nap. After all, you're gonna need it so much for tomorrow, as there is a lecture is waiting for you desperately." I can see everyone was shocked listening to me, saying that I ran away from there, which was a super easy task for me. I escaped from there and come back to my place. I got freshened up and sleep peacefully on my cozy bed. I am desperate to see the morning news. I went into my dreamland while thinking about the news. Author's point of view. Police commissioner, "Shame on you. What kind of police officer you are that you can't even catch a thief, that too a female thief? How can you let that thief run away like this? Such a useless person you are. I don't even know how in the world you got this position." Inspector, "I'm sorry, sir, but we did all the arrangement well. There were so many guards and officers on every corner of the building, as well as CCTV camera on every corner, but that thief stole the money instead of the diamonds." Commissioner, "Did she told you that she gonna steal those diamonds?" Inspector, "No, sir, but the in charge told us that the diamond was the most worthy thing in the whole Asia." Commissioner, "You fool. She said that she will steal the precious thing, not a worthy one. And even if she has stolen those diamonds, then where in the world she was supposed to sell or use them, huh?" "I'm sorry, sir. This is the fifth time you are saying sorry." "I'm really, really sorry, sir. Just give me this chance," got cut by the commissioner. "Enough. You already got many chances, but still you fail. Now this case will be transferred to the senior officer." Inspector, "But sir, believe." Again cut by commissioner. "Shut up. This is the final decision. No more discussion on this." "Okay, sir. Get lost now." The inspector left and the commissioner called someone to tell him to send the officer who was going to handle the case now. After some time, a knock on the commissioner's door can be heard. The commissioner let the person in. The person entered and stood in front of the commissioner. He bowed to him and said, "You call me, sir?" While smiling. "Yes, I want you to handle the case of Phantom Kitten. I know you will catch that thief." "Of course, sir. Now the case is in my hand. Soon that thief will be behind the bars. I promise." "I believe you. You are the most honest police officer I have ever seen." Again, bow. "Thank you, sir." Commissioner, "You can go now." "Okay, sir." The officer come out. He asked his subordinate to bring the case file of Phantom Kitten and went towards his cabin. Soon his subordinate bring the file and handed it to him. Phantom Kitten, a female thief. Interesting. He go through the file and got every given detail about Phantom Kitten. He was amazed because until now he has only seen male thieves, even if there were female thieves, but they didn't have this much courage and guts to steal millions of worth. It was his first time listening of a thief who gave a warning before stealing. After all, there is no such thief who told in advance where and what he gonna steal next, right? This is the first time that a thief gives a warning about her stealing. But still, after this much security, she is able to escape from them. Her skill has shaken the whole country and made her famous, though no one has seen her face, but still, everyone's talk about her beauty. Interesting that the thief has stolen 5 times, but it worth more than 500 million in total. Every time she has given the warning note, and stealing has been done at night only. There must be the reason behind it. I thought for some time and told my subordinate to get the CCTV footage. Subordinate, here is the footage you asked for, sir. The subordinate opened the laptop and plays the footage of that day. I watched the whole footage, but there is no benefit of seeing it because there is no hint that how she entered and exited the places. Maybe that thief can be someone from those places or it can be someone from our department too. I need to find it out. I stood up and started to leave the police station to go to the places and investigate. I come out of the station and saw a bunch of media. Oh no, now I have to deal with them first. Author's point of view. Before going further, let's do the introduction of Phantom Kitten first. So, Phantom Kitten is YN and she is 21 years old. She is not from Korea, she is a foreigner. There was a time when she used to live with her parents peacefully, but one day something unexpected happened and she lost her parents and ended up here in Korea becoming a thief. She was 14 when the incident happened. Now it's been 7 years since she was living here as a thief. In these 7 years, she changed so much. She didn't talk to anyone and didn't have any friends. Why? Because of her past. Because of that incident, she got trust issue and now she doesn't want trust anyone. And moreover, she doesn't wanna depend on anyone. It's not like that she is rude and arrogant to others. No, she is kind too, and she also knows to whom she show her kindness and whom to not. Now, enough of her introduction. You will get to know about her more in the story itself. Let's continue the story for now. Why and point of view. I woke up when the sun rays fell on my face. I opened my eyes and blinked them a few times to adjust with the lights. I sat up on the bed and stretched up my arms. I exhaled heavily and got down from the bed after half an hour. I was done with my morning routine and went into the kitchen to make breakfast for myself. While doing so, I opened my television and switched to a news channel. I started to make breakfast while listening to the news. I smiled widely when I hear reporter telling how easily Phantom Kitten escaped yesterday night. I continued doing my work and was almost done with it when my attention diverted to the reporter saying, Reporter, we get to know about that now the case of Phantom Kitten is handed over to the great officer of Seoul. I smiled listening to this because it doesn't matter to me how great and talented the officer is. Reporter, look, the officer is here. Let's ask him how he gonna catch the Phantom Kitten. Excuse me, sir. Author. Saying so, the reporter ran to officer and started to bombard him with questions. I didn't focus on what the reporter was saying as my attention was stolen by the handsome officer. He got really good chance. His muscular body, his facial features, every part of his body screaming perfection. Unknowingly, a smile crept on my lips while looking at the officer. I snapped out of my thought when he said, Phantom Kitten, I don't know if you're listening to me right now or not, but one thing is sure. Now or then, I'm going to catch you. Soon you will be behind the bars. This is the promise of Jungkook. I smiled listening to him and said, Okay, Officer Jeon, let's see if you can fulfill your promise. Catch me if you can, Officer Jeon. Author's point of view. Let's have the introduction of our handsome officer before going further in the story. So our handsome officer is Jeon Jungkook. He is 26-year-old handsome man. He is a senior police officer. It's been 5 years since he was in this serve. He is an honest police officer. Everyone is amazed by the achievements he got at the age of 26. Because why not? It takes a whole life to achieve a good position, but here he has it at this age. He does his duty with all his honesty and hard work. He is a married person and even has a cute son too. His son is 4 year old. When Jungkook was 18, he had a girlfriend. They both have a really good relationship with each other. There is good understanding between both. They both dated for almost 5 years and decided to get married. After 1 year of their marriage, they both get blessed by a baby boy. The baby looks just like Jungkook. That was the happiest moment of their life. But the happy moment didn't last long. After giving birth to the baby boy, his wife started to get sick and it got worse, and worse. At last she died. Jungkook was all broken and He don't want to live anymore, but he need to for the sake of his son. For a few weeks, Jungkook didn't talk to anyone, didn't eat anything, or even come out of his room. He started to become weak and sick because of skipping meals. He was living like a dead person. His parents get worried for him, and somehow they made him understand and he come to his normal state. Now it's been 4 years since his wife died, but still he misses her. After all, it's really hard to forget someone whom you love with your whole heart. We'll give you the introduction of the son further in the story. So let's continue it for now. Jungkook's point of view. After getting done with the reporters, I left to those places where Phantom Kitten has seen before. I asked them about their stuff and got to know that they all are innocent, as on the day of stealing, no one was there other than the in charge, and that in charge is an old man. He can't be the Phantom Kitten, nor he knows about anything about Phantom Kitten. I left from the place and come back to the police station. I asked about the guards and the officer who were appointed for the security in those places, but still didn't get any hint because all the appointed guards and officers are only male. But one thing is confirmed now that the Phantom Kitten is neither from our department nor from someone from those places. I was engaged in my thought. That's when my subordinate come to me and I said, "Subordinate, sir, there is a letter for you." Jungkook, for me? Subordinate, yes, sir. He gave Jungkook the letter. He took the letter and started to read it. Hello there, Officer Jeon. I hear about your promise, but I'm afraid that you can't be able to fulfill it. Anyways, I wanted to meet you in person, but they used to say that the more you wait, the better it is. So I will wait because I love sweet things. Your own Phantom Kitten. Wow, she have the gut to give me a challenge like this. Well, I also want to meet you as soon as possible, dear Phantom Kitten. Vian's point of view. I was walking through the road while humming my favorite song. I'm really enjoying the moment when I noticed a small kid running on the road. I was shocked because the signal turned green and the vehicle started to run on the road. A car was about to hit that kid, so I ran towards the kid, held him in my arms securely, and rolled over to the side of the road. My heart was beating like crazy because if I got a second late, the car might have hit both of us. I breathed heavily and quickly looked at the kid in my arms. I sat up and bombarded him with questions. Are you okay? Did you get hurt anywhere? Is it hurting you? I was asking questions non-stop and the kid just looked at me with his two eyes. I noticed it and realized he is not able to process anything. I signed and took him in my arms and set him on a bench and I myself sat in front of him kneeling down. I asked him politely, are you okay? Kid nodded his head. I smiled and asked again, did you get hurt anywhere? Kid, no. Thank God you are all fine. But why are you running on the road like that? Kitty. He said and pointed at a stray kitten. I signed and said, you should not run like this on the road, otherwise you may get injured. He just moved his head as he understand. Anyways, why are you all alone? With whom you come here, huh? Kid. Driver uncle. Ryan. Then where is he? He didn't say anything, just so I also looked back and saw a man in his 50s who come to us while running. I guess he is the driver. He come and said, driver, oh my goodness, are you okay, young master? Kid, yes, uncle. Driver, thank God. Then he looked at Vian and said, I'm really sorry. It was my mistake. I didn't notice when he left my side and come here. I'm really sorry. He told Vian how the kid ran away and ended up here. Author's point of view, a small flashback. The kid was going to his home in his car when the car stopped moving. That driver tried to start the engine, but it was of no worth. He got out of the car and checked it. It was leaving smoke. So he called a mechanic to repair the car. He cut the call and went to the back seat, opened the door, and said to the kid, young master, the car is broken, but it will be repaired soon, so we need to wait for some time. Is it okay? Kid, okay. The driver smiled and was about to close the door when he remembered something and asked again, you must be hungry. Come, let's get something for you. He took the kid out of the car and brought him to a store to bought something for him to eat. He was about to come back and made him sit in the car again, but his phone started to ring. He took out his phone, saw the caller ID and answered it. It was the mechanic. He was asking about the address, where he needs to come, and the driver started to tell him about the address. In this meantime, that kid saw a kitten, so he started to run behind that kitten and ended up here on the road. Flashback ended. The driver got to know about the road incident which happened just now and said, Ryan's point of view. Driver, I'm sorry, I will be more careful from next time. It's okay, just be careful. Sure, miss. I looked at the kid and said, Okay, kiddo, you should go now. Your parents must be waiting for you. He nodded and said, Bye bye, miss. I smiled and said, Bye. And with that, the kid left, and I also left for my home. Jungkook's point of view after 2 weeks in the police station. It's been almost 2 weeks and there is no clue of that phantom kitten. Subordinate. Sir, there is no stealing has been done in these 2 weeks. I think that thief got afraid from you. It can't be. I think she is going to plan something big this time. I'm sure. Soon she will give another warning. A sergeant came and said, Sir, there is a note for you. Again? Okay, give me. I unfold the note. Well, I know who sent it. And I was right. Think of the devil and devil is here. It was none other than Phantom Kitten. I started to read the letter. The waiting is over now, Officer John. I want to meet you, so here I am. Tonight, I'm going to steal some good amount of money from the man whose picture is given below. Catch me if you can, Officer John. Your own Phantom Kitten. I took the picture and gave it to my subordinate and said, Here, take this picture and find every single detail about this man as soon as possible. Okay, sir. After 2 hours. Sir, we found out about that man. He is a peon of ABC department. Brought him here. Okay, sir. After a few minutes, Sir, the peon is here. I went to him and told him about the stealing straightforwardly. Listening to that, the peon laughed a little and said, Who told you this lie, sir? I'm just a peon. I have nothing that Phantom Kitten can steal. I'm broke. I have not paid my rent from the past 5 months. Even in my dreams, too, I don't see more than 5 or 1,000 won. And even that thief really wanted to steal, then she can. I only have 25 won in my locker. She can take it and stay happy with it. Sir, I checked his bank account. There is only 1500 won. Out of that also, 100 won goes to EMI of the cycle every month. Something is fishy for sure. Okay then, you can go now. Thank you, sir. With that, the peon bowed to every single person in the station and left. Keep an eye on that peon. Okay, sir. That peon is lying or hiding something for sure. I can see it in his eyes. He was right because his surgeon told him that he saw a famous politician going to that peon's house. So he started to do arrangements like applying some CCTV around the area and etc. Because he knows if Santan Kitten said that she will steal, then she will divinely come to do her work. After some time, now it was night, mean Phantom Kitten can be here at any time. We all were waiting for Phantom Kitten. I was looking here and there when I saw a black cat running towards the area where that peon lives. I shrugged off and focused on my work. Vian's point of view. I come to the place where I'm gonna do my work. I looked for a good place where no one could see me, and when I found one, I went there. I look here and there to make sure no one is watching me. I close my eyes and poof. Meow. Yes, this is my little secret. I can transform into a cat. How I will tell you afterwards because right now I have to finish an important task. I freely walk in front of the guards and officer. I notice Officer John too. I smirk as he won't be able to catch me. I went to the peon's room, which was on first floor. I entered the room and saw that peon is walking around his bed while holding a steel rod in his hand. I walked closer to him and meowed at him as cutely as I could. Meow. He looked at me and said, "Oh, such a cute kitty you are. Come here." He melted seeing her and took her in his arms. He kissed her and said again, "Are you a stray cat? I didn't feel like you are. But anyways, you must be hungry, right? Let me get something for you." He left to get something. Meanwhile, when he left, I again transformed into my human self and hid somewhere in the room so he couldn't see me. He come back with some milk in a bowl. Here you go, kitty. Did she leave? Maybe she left. He turned to put ball on the table, but he felt a sharp pain in his head. When that peon turned around, I hit his head with a steel rod. He held his head and fell on the floor unconsciously. I quickly started to find where he hides the money. At last, I opened the bed and it was filled with millions of money. I filled up my bags and settled them down. Now let's escape, but before, why not have some fun? So I grab a pen and a paper and write a note and make a plane of that paper. I open a window and look out for Officer Jion. When I spot him, I fly the paper plane towards his direction. Jungkook's point of view. I was engaged in my work, but suddenly a paper plane landed near me. I took it and unfolded and read it. Are you looking for me, Officer Jion? Then look up. I quickly looked up and saw Phantom Kitten. She was waving her hand at me. I ran upstairs with the guard behind me. I entered the room and stood in front of her while aiming my gun at her. Your game is over, Phantom Kitten. You better surrender yourself to us, or else I will shoot you. Huh? What? Nice joke, Officer John. While gritting his teeth. For your kind information, there is no word like joke in my dictionary. Oh, but sorry, I'm not gonna surrender. Do whatever you want. Fine. You asked for it by yourself. I was about to shoot on her leg so that she can't run away. But to my surprise, she jumped out of the window. I got shot and looked out of the window. She ran towards an old alley. I told the guards to follow her. I quickly come in an alley and transform in my cat form and run away from there. Author's point of view. I looked around the room and saw that peon on the floor. I took some water and poured it on his face, and he opened his eyes while looking towards the empty bed and then at me. He screamed at me while saying, my money? Where is my money? Where is my 100? He was not able to complete his word as JK gave a tight slap on his cheek. Will you spill the truth or one more? Peon, while caressing his cheek. Sorry, sir, but it was not mine. It belongs to the minister, sir. So why didn't you tell this before? How do I tell, sir? Did you see her? What does she look like? No, I didn't see her. I was just giving some milk to a stray cat, but she ran away, so I was putting the bowl on the table. That's when I felt a sharp pain in my head and got unconscious. Cat? I also saw a cat coming in this direction. How's that cat look like? It was a black female cat and it had big shiny eyes. If I said truly, it didn't look like a stray cat at all. And I was cut off when the minister come there and said, my money? Where is my money? You idiot, where is it? He grabbed that peon from his collar and screamed at him. You ate my money. You ate my 100 million, you shit. I am sorry, sir. Shut up, you fool. You know how many years it took me to save that word? I have earned this money with my blood and sweat over these years. Jungkook said dramatically, we know whose blood and whose sweat. Hey, you officer, stay in your limits or else I will transfer you to a place which is not lesser than hell. If you have the courage, then go and get my money back from that thief. He continued to blabber things like that. I silently come closer to the minister. I held his hair and hit his head on my knee hardly. It was so hard that even some of his hair fall out and remain in my hands. I just blew them on his face and left from there. I was thinking about that cat. It sounds familiar. I come back to the police station, but I'm still thinking about that cat. I think I saw a cat like her before. I was thinking hard and suddenly a scene flashed in my mind. I quickly opened the laptop and saw the CCTV footage. And yes, I saw a particular cat in all of the footage. This cat is surely related to Phantom Kitten. I will find out how they both are related. I sign and look at my wristwatch. Oh, it's too late. I should go home now. My baby must be waiting for me. And with that, he left for his home on his personal bike. Vian's point of view. I was still in my cat form. I was going to my home while jumping on the roof of houses. But suddenly my paw slipped and I fell on the ground. I tried to move but hissed in pain and found I got hurt. I tried to move and walk slowly but stumbled and fell on the ground. I was about to sit up again when I felt someone lift me in his or her arm. I looked and saw that kid whom I saved before. He was caressing my paw where I got hurt and I was just looking at him in awe. He's so caring. He was waiting for his father while standing on the entrance of the house. Actually, his father is a busy person and has less time to spend with him. He left early in the morning and come back late at night. So today that kid thought to stay awake and wait until his father come back. Kid, don't worry kitty, it will be fine. He was caressing the area while blowing it. The pain will fly now. I internally smiled at his cuteness. He looked back when someone called him, so he put me down and said, bye kitty, go safely, okay? And with that he left from there. I was happy to see him again, but I was unable to say thank you to him. I shrugged off that thought and left for my home. Next day, I woke up late today as I slept at 4 a.m. in the morning. Why? Because of the pain. I looked at the clock and it was 12 p.m. at noon. I signed and stretched up my arms as usual, but his in pain. Ouch! I groaned because of the pain. I got up from bed and did my morning routine. After taking a hot bath, I dressed up and took the first aid box. I applied spray on my hand and tied a bandage around it. I was almost done with it when my tummy started to growl. I look at the clock again. It was 2 p.m. now. It means lunchtime. And here I had not my breakfast yet. Oof, I am hungry. But I can't cook because I hurt my right hand and cooking with left hand is not possible. At least for me. Let's eat outside today. Saying that, I took my wallet and left. I went to the convenience store and bought my favorite ramen and ice cream because I really love to eat my favorite food whenever I am sick or in pain. I paid for the thing and sat on a table in the convenience store. I started to prepare my ramen. While waiting, I enjoy my ice cream. After finishing it, I eat my ramen. It's so yummy. I finished ramen and come out of the store. I walked through the road and saw a cafe, so I decided to get a cold coffee. I bought it and went to a nearby park. I sat on the grass and sipped on my coffee. It's really good. It's almost 4 p.m. now and the wind has started to get cool. I breathe heavily, inhaling the sweet scent of the flowers. It feels so relaxing. It's been a long time since I spent some time like this. It was peaceful and I was enjoying this moment, but I started to remember my parents. I miss them so much. Remembering the moment which I spent with them, my eyes got teary. Unknowingly, some tears streamed down from my eyes on my cheeks. But I felt a small hand wiping the tears away. I looked beside me and saw the same kid from yesterday. He wiped my tears and said, "Why are you crying, Xavier Nuna? Please don't cry." I smiled at how he addressed me. I said while slipping, "Okay, I will not cry anymore." "That's good. You're here. You are not alone, right?" "No, I am not alone. I come here with my nanny." "See?" He pointed at a lady who was around 40s. She waved in response. "Oh, okay, it's all fine then, kiddo." "I'm not a kiddo, I'm a big boy." I slightly laughed at his statement because he said in such a cute way that only a baby can do. "Okay, but you didn't tell me your name yet. Then what am I supposed to call you?" "My name is Jungkook. You can call me Cookie." Let me give you a quick introduction of our Jeon Cookie. So Cookie is Jeon Jeonguk, son of one and only Jeon Jungkook. Cookie is 4 year old right now and currently studying in kindergarten. He loves to play and pet kitties and puppies. Well, sometimes he brought them in home too, but as there is no one to take care of them, he needs to let them go. That's it. Wow, you have such a cute name just like you. Well, I am Vayan and I am 21 years old. Your name is pretty just like you, Xavier Nuna. I laughed again at how he addressed me. Xavier Nuna? Yes, you saved me. You are a savior. But it sounds a little weird. You can call me Nuna, miss, or maybe. I was cut off when he said, Mama. I will call you Mama. Huh? No, 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 Cookie. Your mama will be angry if you call me Mama. No, she will not. Really? Why? Because she is not here anymore. What? Where is she then? There. He pointed up in the sky and said, She is in heaven. My words stuck in my throat. When I heard him, I felt really bad for him that he lost his mother at this young age. Oh, you know, my classmates bully me because I don't have a mama. All my classmates' parents come to pick or drop them at school. My papa also couldn't come because he is a police officer. That's why I also want a mama, he said while showing puppy eyes. I can't say no to his teary eyes, so I gave up and agreed. Okay, you can call me mama. Really? Yay, I also have a mama now. He started to dance cutely while jumping. Do you want to play with mama? Yes, then let's play. With that, we both started to play in the park. We played on the slides, seesaws, on the swings, and so on. It's 6 p.m. now, which means it's time for Gookie to go home. So her caretaker called him. Coming. Okay, Mama, I will meet you tomorrow. Bye bye. I kissed his chubby cheeks and replied, Bye bye. With that, he left from his home, and I also went to mine. Next day in the morning, Bayan's point of view, I woke up as usual and did my morning routine. After that, I left for work. Yeah, forgot to tell you. I work in a cafe so the neighbors don't have any wrong idea. After getting done with the cafe work, I went straight to the park. I reached there and looked for a particular person. And heard, Mama! I smiled widely when I heard that. I looked in the direction. I knelt down and opened my arms and soon got a tight hug. We broke the hug and I cupped his cheeks and said, I missed you, baby. I missed you too, Mama. So, how was your day? It was good. I enjoyed it. That's good, while ruffling his hair. Mama, let's go. I wanted to play. Okay, let's go. We both were busy playing when I noticed an ice cream truck. Cookie, do you want to eat ice cream? Yes. I took his hand in mine and went towards the ice cream truck. Which flavor do you want to eat, Cookie? Butterscotch. Okay, one butterscotch and one chocolate flavor, please. Ice cream seller, here you go. I paid and took the ice cream. We come back and sat on a bench and eat the ice cream while talking. Mama, can I ask you one thing? Why one? Ask as much as you want. You look different from the girls here. Why? That's because I'm not from here. I'm a foreigner. Oh, that's why your eyes are big and beautiful, I said while laughing a little. Yes. And where are your mama and papa? Are they also living here with you? With a little sadness. No, I don't live with them. Why? Because they are not here anymore. They are in heaven now. I'm sorry, did cooking make you sad? No, baby, I'm all fine. He grabbed Vian's hand and said, Don't worry, Mama. Googie is here. Googie will never leave you, promise. Hearing that, my eyes got teary and I hugged him. Thank you so much, Googie. It's okay, Mama. I broke the hug and said, Anyways, tell me, what do you like to eat? I will cook for you and bring it tomorrow. Really? Okay then. Googie loves to eat pancake, burger, pizza, cookie, cake, candy, ice cream, and so on. Okay, I will make cookies tomorrow and bring it for you. Thank you. And they spent their evening talking, laughing, and playing. After a month, it's been a month now. Vayan and Cookie both meet in the park. Vayan used to bring his favorite food, which she made by herself for her baby. After a week, Jungkook's point of view. It's been a month, but Phantom Kitten didn't show up. Did she stop stealing or what? No, maybe she is planning something big this time. I need to be aware. Sir, there is a warning again. I took the note and read. Hope you had a good rest, Officer John. Now let's back to work. So tonight at XYZ Jewelers, I'm gonna steal those precious jewelries. Catch me if you can. Your own Phantom Kitten. You already know what to do, right? Yes, sir. I will arrange everything. I won't be leaving you this time, Phantom Kitten. At night, author's point of view. We all reached the jewelry shop and took our position. We waited for almost 2 hours, and after a few minutes, finally, I saw the same cat entering the shop. So I quietly followed her, but I was stopped by a guard. Jungkook was about to follow her when a guard stopped him asking something. And in the meantime, Vian transformed into her human self, so Jungkook was not able to see her transforming. After guiding him, I went inside the shop and looked for the cat. I didn't find it but saw Phantom Kitten. I got confused about how she managed to enter, but shrugged it off when she laughed and said something. I smirked at her words and slowly moved towards her while aiming my gun on her head. Vian, I laughed and said, Great job, Phantom Kitten. You did a great job, and no one can catch you. But I can. Vian's point of view. I froze at my spot when I heard that. I can feel him placing his gun on my head and said, Hands up and turn around. I did as he said. I smirked again when I saw her getting nervous. I fulfilled my promise, Phantom Kitten. Now you will be behind the bars. He was about to take his handcuffs when I kicked on his hand and gun flew far away in the room. I was about to run, but he grabbed my hands behind me. I was struggling to get out of his grip, but he is tightening his grip every passing second. So I tried to hit his leg, but unfortunately, we both stumbled and fell on the ground while he is above me. I was struggling to get up, but while doing so, I accidentally hit him so hard. So he shouted at me, Yeah, stop it, will you? I stopped, and that was the time when I noticed that our faces were just an inch apart. I looked up at him and got lost in his beauty. It's my first time seeing him this close to me. I started to admire his facial features, his black blue eyes, his perfect nose, that sharp jawline with the little chubby cheeks, and last but not least, his lips and that mole under it. His lips look so soft and kissable. I wonder how they taste. Wait, what? What even I'm thinking? Am I falling for him? No, this can't be. But why he's so tempting? Jungkook's point of view. We both fell on the ground while she was under me. She tried to get up but ended up hurting me. So I shouted at her to stop and she did. She looked at me and I got lost in her eyes. Her big shiny eyes, they are looking beautiful. Though she had a mask on but still I can see that she is a foreigner. I got busy staring at her but soon hissed in pain. I snapped out of my thoughts and saw him looking at me. I took the chance and hit him in the balls. Well, I don't want to do that. I said sorry in my mind and got up and about to run, but he grabbed my foot and I fell on the ground again. When she fell down, I quickly cuffed her hands and said, "You won't be able to escape this time, Phantom Kitten." "No, can't be. I can't get caught. Phantom Kitten can't get caught. Tell me it's a dream." "Sadly, it's not. Now come." I grabbed her and took her out. When I come out, everyone saw us and started to cheer for me as I caught her. Ryan's point of view. I was grating my teeth and was boiling in anger. I started to think about escaping. That's when my eyes fell on the keys, which were hanging around Officer John's belt, and got an idea. It's a little risky. If I got caught, no one can save me, but I will try my best to escape. Without getting noticed, I took the keys and quietly opened the cuffs. The guards were about to make me sit in the car, but I kicked them in their faces and ran away. I took Officer John's bike while shouting, "Sorry, Officer John, but I'm borrowing it for some time. We'll return soon." And with that, I ran on his bike. "No way!" Jungkook screamed. "My bike! Quickly, follow her!" We sat in the cars and started to follow her. "I can't let her go. I need to catch her. I want my bike back at any cost." We followed her for 10 to 15 minutes, but in the end, we got nothing. After escaping from the cops, I come back to my home. I got off the bike and looked at it. Wow, the bike is cool. He indeed has a good taste. I'm sorry I took you without your owner's permission. Please don't be mad at me. I will return you back and make it up to you. I will give you a great service. I sat to the bike and prepared the washing materials. In the morning, Jungkook's point of view, I woke up and sat on the bed. I looked beside the nightstand and took the photo frame which was kept on it. I looked at the person in the photo frame and said, "I'm sorry, dear. I lost the bike which was gifted by you, but I promise you, I will get it back at any cost." I put the photo frame back and stood up from the bed and went to the balcony. I inhaled deeply, such a sweet morning, but because of that phantom kitten, it is bitter. I looked around and saw something in front of the door. Looks like a bike. Is it mine? I quickly ran downstairs and come out. Yes, it is my bike. But how come it is here? Did she return it? She said that she has been borrowing it for some time. I was thinking and noticed a note on the bike. I took and read it. "Hi, Officer John. First of all, I'm really sorry that I borrowed your bike without your permission. I just did that to escape, but I know I am at fault. So make it up to you. I have cleaned the bike, have done its servicing, and even filled the petrol tank. Hope you will forgive me for this. Have a good day, Officer John. Your own Phantom Kitten." Whoa, I literally have not seen a thief like her in my whole life. I don't want to say this, but still, thank you, Phantom Kitten. Thank you for returning my bike. In the afternoon, it's afternoon means the end of the school, so all the kids, including Gookie, were going home either with their parents, caretaker, or drivers. Our Gookie was also going home with the driver. He was in the car with his driver uncle. It was a silent ride, but suddenly the tire got punctured on a lonely road. Though it was daytime, but it was still quite there. The driver came out and checked the tire. He took out the phone and called someone to repair it. But before he could call anyone, he felt a sharp pain in his head. He quickly put his hand on the hurting place and felt the blood coming out from it. He looked and saw some men in all black. One of the men kicked the driver and he fell on the ground. He was unable to do anything as his body was not able to move. He just lay there and saw them taking Gookie with them, and he blacked out. The driver blacked out and they took Gookie with them. They were partners of the criminal whom Jungkook had caught before, and to take revenge they kidnapped his son. Talking to his partner on call. "Bro, I kidnapped him." Partner: "Great. Now leave from there and come to the abandoned place." "Yeah, coming." Gookie was crying and yelling for help, but it was a quiet and lonely road, so no one came. But there is a person who heard those yelling, and that person was none other than our YN. I was roaming around in my cat form to get some information for my other stealing, but suddenly I heard some noises, more like yelling for help. That voice is familiar, and that's when it hit me. It's Cookie's voice. I ran towards the direction and saw some men were taking Cookie with them. I got numb. I couldn't able to think what I should do, as there were almost 4 to 5 men. I can't fight with them alone. They sat in their car and were running from there. I couldn't think of anything. So I just ran towards the car and climbed on it from behind, and after half an hour they stopped the car at an abandoned place. There were forests all around and nothing else. They all come out of the car and took Cookie with them. At this time he was unconscious. They locked him in a room and left. I quickly went towards the room and looked for a space so I could go in. I saw a small window. I can go in from there, but it was too high. I tried to climb the. I entered and saw Gookie. He was tied up. I transformed into my human self and untied him and tried to wake him up. "Gookie, wake up. Look, your mama is here." I took his water bottle and sprinkled some water on his face and again tried to wake him up. And he opened his eyes. He looked at me and said, "Who are you?" Because YN was in the Phantom Kitten costume. "I'm your mama, baby. Look." I took off my mask. He quickly hugged YN while saying, "I'm afraid, mama. I want to go home." I want Papa. We will soon, and don't worry, Cookie. Your mama is here. I will not let anything happen to you. Your mama will protect you. Saying so, I kissed his forehead and kept him in my arms so he felt safe. At least a little, and while stroking his head, I thinking about how to escape from here. There is no space from where we can go out. I thought about it and got an idea, but I don't know if it will work or not. I looked at him and found him sleeping. I made him sit comfortably against the wall. After that, I went towards the door and started to bang on it while screaming. Soon I heard someone's opening the door, so I hid behind the door with a stick in my hand which I found there. As soon as he came inside the room, I hit his head so hard that he could get unconscious for some time. He fell on the ground and passed away. I quickly tied his hand and legs and managed to put him into a sack. I looked around to see if there was any other man. Jungkook's point of view. I was in my police station doing my investigation, but suddenly I got a call from the driver who is in charge of taking Cookie outside. I answered it, but listened to the voice. I got confused because it was not the driver. Hello, is this Mr. John? Yeah, but who are you? How did you get this number? It's belonged to Mr. Lee, doesn't it? Well, I'm Yeonjun, and I found the owner of this phone at XYZ Road. He is injured badly. It seems like someone attacked him. I took him to the city hospital. What? Listening to him, my eyes widened. I quickly asked if there was a kid inside the car. Is he okay? Huh? No, there was no kid. What? No way, my son was in the car. He is 5 years old. I'm sorry, but I didn't see a kid there. This is can't be. I'm sorry again, but please come here. Yuck, I'm coming. It feels like the ground has slipped under my feet. Please, God, keep my Gookie safe. I won't be able to live if anything bad happens to him. I quickly left the police station and went to the hospital. I went towards the ward and saw a young boy there. Are you the person who called me? Yeah, you must be Mr. John, right? Yeah, but how this happened? Well, I don't have any idea. I was passing through the road and saw that uncle lying on the road. He was bleeding badly. So I quickly took him here. But there was my son in the car too. As I told you before, I only see that uncle. Before I asked something further, doctor came out of the room and asked for me. I went towards him and said, Yes, doctor, it's me. Oh, the patient is asking for you. Okay, I entered the room and saw Mr. Lee lying on the bed with heavy bandage around his head. I went towards him and said, How did this happen, Mr. Lee? And where is Cookie? Saying while almost crying. I'm really sorry, sir. Because of me, this has all happened. I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry. Calm down and tell me how this happened. As usual, we were coming home, but the car got punctured on the lonely road. I got out of the car and checked it and was about to call someone for repairing that when I felt a sharp pain in my head and noticed my head was bleeding. I looked behind and got kicked on my stomach. I fell on the ground. I looked at them, but they all were covered in blood. I was not able to see their faces. They took Cookie with them. I tried to get up and stop them, but I passed out. I'm really, really sorry, sir. It's all my fault. Don't blame yourself, Mr. Lee. The most important thing is that we have to find Jungkook first. Hope he is safe and sound. You take rest. I'm going. And with that, I left while telling my subordinate to come on the road. We reached there and investigated but got nothing because there was no CCTV cameras there. After so much searching, we got a footage, but it was useless as it didn't have any recording of how the attack happened. It was about to end when I saw the same cat. This cat means Phantom Kitten? Did she all do this? Sir, last time you caught her, maybe she did that to take revenge. I do not believe that she can do this. Look, sir, that cat is going towards the forest. We should go and check there. Yeah, let's go. Jungkook was really tense about Cookie. It's just that he was not showing it. His heart was beating like crazy. He only had a thought in his head in which state Cookie will be. He just wanted to find Cookie as soon as possible. We were in the forest and checked all around the area to find any hint. We started to go deep in the forest. The sun is setting down every past second. The darkness of the night is getting darker and darker, and so does Jungkook's tension. Did you find any clue? No, sir. I'm again breaking down just like how I got 5 years ago. No, I need to stay strong. I will find my Cookie. Thinking so, I again started to search. It was almost 11 p.m. at night, and we were still searching around. Just when I heard some noise, we went in the directions. Sir, look, and saw Phantom Kitten with my Cookie. He was unconscious and she was running away with my Cookie. See, sir, I told you she kidnapped your son to take revenge. I was right. Blood boils in anger. I gritted my teeth while clenching my jaw. I made a fist of my palm and tightened them so much that the knuckles got white. I was fuming in anger. I can't believe that she is so heartless that she can use a mere 5-year-old kid to take revenge on me. I will show her hell now. Vian's point of view. I ran from that abandoned place as far as I could. I was tired as I was running with Cookie in my arms. It almost midnight and I'm still here in the forest. I was out of breath, so I sat down under a tree to get some breath. After my breath got stable, I again stood up and was about to run again. But someone grabbed my arm and turned me towards himself harshly. When I faced the person, my lips curved into a smile, as it was none other than the official Jian. Thank God. I was about to say something, but before I could say anything, I felt a sting pain. Turned her around and gave a hardest slap of my life on her face. It was so hard that my palm was also burning. Face had moved towards the right side because of the force. I touched my cheek but hissed in pain. Was burning. The slap was so powerful that my lip also started to bleed. I looked towards him with tear in my eyes and he screamed at me. How dare you? How dare you kidnap my son? I thought you are only a thief who steal money and expensive things, but no, you are a criminal. So heartless that you used a kid to play with your dirty games? You used a 5-year-old kid to take revenge. Now you have to face the consequence. You will see the raw side of me. I will show you the hell. Arrest her and lock her up in the cell. I myself will come and deal with her. Well, Googie is a deep sleeper, so he didn't wake up even after those powerful screams. My eyes widened. He misunderstood me. I want to deny it, but my words stuck in my throat. I was not able to say anything. He took Googie from me and ordered the sergeant to arrest me. They handcuffed me and took me towards the car to take me to the police station. All this time, I was looking at Officer John with those teary eyes of mine. I continued staring at him until he got out of my sight. The sergeant took me to the police station and locked me in a cell. Jungkook's point of view. I come back to my home with Cookie. I made him sleep on my bed and lay beside him. I kissed him and kissed his forehead and said, I'm sorry, Cookie. Because of me, you need to go through this. I promise it won't be happening again in the future. Him in the blanket and sat beside him against the bed's headboard. I looked towards the nightstand and took the photo frame in my hands. I stared at it and said, I'm sorry, dear. Because of me, our Cookie had to face this. I won't let anything happen like this ever again, I promise to you. I again put the photo frame in its place. I looked towards the clock showing 3 a.m. in the morning. Googie will wake up around 7 or 8. I have some good hours to deal with that criminal. I was about to leave, but before that, I went towards Cookie and said, Sleep well, baby. Papa will be here in just a few hours. And with that, I left for the police station. After I reached there, I told my subordinate to call her in the criminal interrogation room. I came into the room and saw her sitting on the chair while her head was down. I went closer to her, from Vian's point of view. I was facing the ground when I heard some footsteps coming closer to me. I looked up towards the person and it was Officer Jion. Did you kidnap my son? And I wanna hear the truth only. I didn't kidnap. He slapped me even before I could complete my sentence. He grabbed my mouth harshly while screaming, I told you, I wanna hear the truth only. I'm telling the truth only. I didn't kidnap him. Stop with your lies. Please believe me. I'm saying the truth only. You wanna see the raw side of me really bad, right? Okay then. Saying so, he moved towards the corner and come back with a whip in his hand. I widened my eyes at the thought of that he was going to use that whip on me. I gulped hard while staring at the whip in his hand. My breath started to get uneven because I was thinking about how much pain it's gonna give. And again come towards her. Even with the mask on, I can see her terrified face. I'm giving you the last chance to say the truth. I'm telling the truth only. I didn't kidnap your son. That was enough. There were no chances left now. Now suffer the consequence. But before that, he moved his hand towards my face and took out the mask. I quickly closed my eyes tightly while trying to hide my face. But it was of no use. Mask off, I harshly grabbed her mouth in my hand and made her look towards me and said, Now it's better. Your expression will be more visible to me. Author's point of view. And he called a lady constable and handed her the whip. He ordered her and she started to hit Vian with the whip. Vian screamed loudly in pain and in return she got another hit. She was increasing the power in every hit and Vian's scream was getting lower by every hit. The lady constable continuously hit her for almost an hour. Vian's vision started to get blurred and soon she passed out. Jungkook told her to stop and come out of the room and said, Jungkook's point of view, no one will enter the cell until I say, Okay sir. He left for his home and it almost the time when Cookies wake up. He reached his home and went directly towards his bedroom. He saw Cookie still sleeping. He decided to freshen up, so he took his clothes and went into the bathroom. When he came out, he saw Cookie was awake. Jungkook went towards him and said, Good morning, Jam. Good morning, Papa. I'm sorry, baby. Because of me, you need to suffer that tomorrow. Please forgive your Papa. Papa promised that it never gonna happen again. It's okay, Papa. I'm fine just because of Mama. She saved me from those bad uncles. What? Mama saved you? Uh, he realized that he talked about Vian. Actually, he told Jungkook that Vian saved him from the accident. And also that he always met her in the park, but he didn't tell Jungkook that he addressed her as Mama. I mean, Miss Vian, she saved me from those bad uncles who attacked the driver uncle and kidnapped me also. She's really a savior, but did she leave? I was not able to say thank you to her. And as Vian told Cookie that she will drop him off to his home, he thought that she left him at his home with his papa and went to her home. I was confused after listening to him that Phantom Kitten saved him. It means she was telling the truth? No, I didn't actually see her. I was busy searching for you, and when you come here, I got a call from the maid. Maid auntie that you are back, and by the time could come here, she was gone. Well, what does she look like? I lied because I can't tell him the truth right now. She has big, beautiful, shiny eyes, and she is a foreigner, and she was wearing a black kitty suit. After listening to him, it confirms that he was talking about Phantom Kitten. An instant ray of guilt ran over to my body. She saved my son and what I did to her. I didn't believe her and even beat her badly. I was thinking about that and remembered that she was unconscious. No one will be seeing her as I told them not to do that. I need to check on her. Cookie, you don't need to go to school today. Take rest, okay? Papa will come back in some time. Okay, Papa. I smiled at him and left for the police station. I hope she is okay. I reached the police station and went back to the lockup where she was locked in. Other officers were questioning me about Rookie, but I just ignored them and entered the cell. She was still sitting on the chair unconscious. I tried to wake her up, but she didn't. I sprinkled some water on her face and tried to wake her up again, but still she didn't wake up. I checked her pulse and breathing. They were not stable, so I quickly took her in my arms and rushed toward the hospital. In hospital, I brought her to the hospital and called the doctors for help. Soon they took her in the room for a checkup. At this point, I'm feeling really guilty because of me. She is in this condition. I won't be able to forgive myself if something bad happens to her. After some time, the doctor come out of the room. I quickly ran over to him and asked, "How is she?" Well, her condition is not so critical but not so good too. Her breathing level is very low. She needs to be in observation for some days. But don't worry, she will be fine soon. Can I see her? Yes, you can, but she is still unconscious. She will be conscious in a few hours. Okay. Saying that, he entered the room and saw her lying on the bed. I went towards her and sat on the chair which was placed beside the bed. I looked at her and said, "I'm really sorry. I should have believed you. You are here because of me. I'm really, really sorry. Though I don't deserve it, but still, forgive me for this." I stay here for 1.5 hours in the thought of that she will wake up, but she didn't. So I decided to leave and come back again when she is conscious. I started to leave just then she moved and opened her eyes. She looked around and saw me and signaled me to come to her. I didn't kidnap Cookie. I learned the truth. Cookie told me everything. I'm really sorry. I didn't believe you. Instead, I hit you. I'm really sorry and thank you so much for protecting my son. I know it's hard for you, but please forgive me if you can. She didn't say anything and was about to say something when the doctor entered. Mr. J. Oh, the patient is awake. He went closer to them. Are you feeling better, miss? Let me check. He checked her breathing rates and pulse and said, "It's a little better than before, but not as good as it should be. Mr. Jian, she needs to be read. Can you visit her tomorrow?" "Yeah, okay." I looked towards her and said, "Get well soon." She just hummed in response and I left from my home. In the midway, I called my subordinate and told them about the truth. Criminal as soon as possible. Yes, sir. I cut the call and went to my home. Next day, Vian's point of view. I was sitting on the bed while reading a book. That's when I heard a knock on the door. "Come in." I said to the person, and as expected, it was none other than Officer Jian. He came and sat on the chair. "How are you feeling?" "Better than tomorrow," I replied in a cold tone while looking at the book. She replied without even looking at me. "I think she is still mad at me." "I'm sorry. Is Cookie okay?" "Yeah, he was asking for you." "I want to meet him too. I will bring him after school." Okay, saying that, I continued reading my book in the thought that he would leave, but he didn't and said, "Actually, I want to ask you how you ended up becoming a thief." I sighed and started to tell him my whole story. I'm from India. I was the only child of my parents. They loved me so much, and I also loved them the most in the whole world. We were a small little mid class family who was living peacefully, but one day all this turned upside down. We were on a picnic in a forest. We were enjoying it just then we saw some criminal killing a person. They saw us, and before we can run to save ourselves, they killed my parents and were about to kill me too. But one of them said to sell me, and they took me with them. I was 14 at that time. They sold me to an old person who lives here in Korea. He took me in the house and he forced himself on me. And to save myself, I hit a vase on his head, which was placed there. He passed out, and I ran away from there, so far away from his side. I don't know anyone here and can't even ask for someone to help, as I don't know the language, and moreover, I didn't trust them. I don't want to end up like before, so I just roamed around the street. I was hungry as I didn't eat anything in a long time, but neither I have money nor I can ask someone from it. So I tried to steal just to fill up my tummy, and just like that, I started to steal. Time passed, and I got really good at stealing. But last year, as usual, I stole some money from a man. He didn't get to know about it until he checked his pocket. He freaked out and started to cry while saying how I'm gonna treat my daughter now. I feel guilty and returned his money back to him, and also apologized for stealing it. He didn't scold me and just asked why I did this. I feel like he's a good person, and he was. I told him my whole story, and he was said that he will help me. I hesitated a little, but I agreed. And that was the right choice of mine. I went with him to his house and met his wife. They also had a daughter who was 10 years old. She was a cancer patient. They were in a middle class family, a happy one. That uncle helped me to get a job and auntie told me to live with them. They treat me like their own family member. Everything was going well until one day the company where the uncle works got bankrupt and he got jobless. At that time his daughter was hospitalized. She had to undergo surgery but couldn't because of money. We tried every possible way to collect the money and we succeeded, but we lacked only 1 million. We tried every possible way to arrange it. At last, we asked for help from the minister who has a trust in Angels Healthcare. We told him about our problem and thought that he would help us, but he made fun and laughed at us and kicked us out. And because we were not able to arrange the payment, the surgery didn't happen and she dead. Uncle and auntie also suicide saying that our lifeline is no more, but we will be doing by living. And once again, I left all alone. I thought I should die too, but I want to take revenge on that minister. I searched every detail of that minister and got to know that the donation which he got for healthcare, he never used it for them. Instead, he filled his lockers with that money. I collect information and make a great plan and steal all the money and help all those children who were not able to get treatment because of financial condition. That day I decided I will steal money from all those traitor chiefs and help the children. I never spent a single penny I stole on myself. I work in a cafe for my living. I'm sorry about your parents and that family. It's okay. I have no wish to live, but all those children give me a reason. They make my life meaningful. I want to live only for them. I still have some questions to ask. Can I? Yeah, go ahead. But about that black cat, is it related to you? Is not it? Yeah, actually, well, I will tell you the truth, just don't freak out, okay? Why will I freak out? Because I'm that cat? What? Yeah, I told you not to freak out. Are you kidding me? Do you think I'm fool or something? Like, seriously? I'm telling the truth only. Actually, once I tried to steal some money from a lady who can do some kind of magic. She caught me when I was stealing and cast a spell on me which made me a cat. But as she was not a proper magician, her magic didn't work properly. I can transform into a cat whenever I want, but on the nights of full moon, I automatically turn into a cat and stay in that form until the full moon ends. I was looking at her in disbelief. I can't believe it. Will you be like this forever? No, she said that spell will break when I get a kiss from my true love. And it's impossible as who's gonna love a thief? Oh, I have never seen a thief like you. You are really a legend. I know. While flicking my hair, I looked at the clock and said, it's too late. Didn't you have to pick Cookie up? Oh no, I almost forgot as the driver picked him up always while standing up. Okay, I will come back with Cookie. Okay, yeah. Author's point of view. He left the hospital and directly went to Cookie's school to pick him up. After that, they both come home and had their lunch. Jungkook told Cookie to get ready because they are going to meet Vian. Cookie jumped in happiness and asked, Papa, do you know where she lives? No, I don't. Then how we are gonna meet her? Well, for now she is in hospital and we will meet her there. What? He freaked out. Why she is in hospital? She was sick, that's why. Oh, then we should bought a get well soon gift for her. Okay, we will buy it on the way. Now come here, let me get you ready. They both get ready and left for the hospital. On their way to hospital, they bought Vian's favorite chocolates and a giant teddy bear for her. Gookie himself chose both of the things as he knows about her likes and dislikes. In hospital, Vian's point of view. I heard a knock on the door. I let the person in. After seeing the person, I smiled widely and opened my arms for him and soon got a hug from that person. I missed you, Mama. I heard you are sick. Are you okay? Is it hurting somewhere? Yeah, it is hurting. But if I got a kiss, then maybe it will be cured. And soon a long peck landed on my cheek. I giggled and said, "Thank you so much, Cookie." I should be the one to say that. Thank you so much for saving me, Mama. Mama? I looked up and saw Jungkook looking at me with a questioning face. Oops, I forgot that he's here too. I'm sorry, I didn't have any intention to hurt you, and I'm not gonna take your advice, please. Just let him call me whatever he wants. Okay, fine. I smiled at him and looked at Cookie. So, how is my cookie today? I'm all good. And you? I'm also good. Oh, I almost forgot. I got a gift for you, Mama. Your favorite chocolates, which you like to eat whenever you are sick or in pain. Oh, thank you so much, Cookie. There is one more thing which you like the most. One more? Yes. Papa, can you get it? Yeah, of course. Jungkook went out and came with a teddy bear, and after seeing it, Vayan's eyes got wide and her mouth hung open. Oh, my such a cute teddy bear it is. Jungkook gave the teddy bear to Vayan. Wow, it's so beautiful, just like the one I wanted to have. But why did you do all this? Saying with a sad face. You didn't like it? No way, I loved it. Thank you so much to both of you. Saying so, I hugged the teddy bear. It's so soft. Yeah, I checked all the teddy bears and this was the softest one. Thanks a lot, baby. I love you so much. Come here. He came to me and I gave a long peck on his chubby cheeks. He giggled. Okay, now tell me, how was your school? It was good. You know, we played a game today and I won. That's great. And like this, they both got busy laughing and talking, and our Jungkook feels like he is left out. Our passes like minute, but not for Jungkook. Now it was evening, which means they needed to go home. Jungkook said, "Okay, okay, it's time to go. Let's go now." He doesn't want to go, but still he said, "Okay, Mama, bye. Get well soon." Yeah, bye. And when they left, I also rested and went to my dreamland. Author's point of view. And just like that, they both visited Vian daily and spent their time together just like a family. Even some doctor, nurses, and patients call them a cute family. On the other hand, everyone got to know that the phantom kitten has been caught. And the law was ready with her punishment, just waiting for her to be discharged from the hospital. It's been 2 weeks and today Vayan is discharging from the hospital. Jungkook was there but with the guards. As soon as Vayan left the hospital, guards took her to the police station and locked her up in a cell. Jungkook went towards her and said, "Don't worry, I will try to talk to the law and your punishment will be." She cut me off saying, "No, you don't need to do anything. I'm okay with every punishment I will get. Though I do the right thing but from the wrong path. It should be fair." But again cut off by Vayan. No buts. No more discussion on this. I signed. She will not listen to me. I need to do something by myself. Next day, author's point of view. Today is the day Phantom Kitten Aka Vayan will be sentenced. All the reporters and media are broadcasting this thing live because today Phantom Kitten is going to appear without a mask for the first time. The guards took her out of the lockup and Vayan stood in the dock and then the court began its proceeding. The lawyer of those three traitors started speaking. My lord, Phantom Kitten Aka Vayan stole all these ministers' money which they collected for health, care of children welfare schemes. She stole almost 800 million and used it for her own satisfaction. Because of her, all those children couldn't get the treatment. I would request you to sentence her to life imprisonment. I want to tell everyone the reality, but I can't do it alone. No one will believe me, and on top of that, I don't have any proof. Your silence is saying you don't have anything to say. Okay, then, considering all the witness, this court has come to the conclusion that Phantom Kitten Akavayan will be jailed for up to. Wait! Everyone presented started looking in the direction from where the sound came. Vayan also looked and saw Officer Jion. I'm sorry to interrupt in between, my lord, but can I get a chance to say something in favor of Phantom Kitten Akavayan? No way, you can't do that. The judge has given the verdict. Lawyer, please keep quiet. You have the permission, Officer Jion. Thank you, my lord, in a whispering tone. What are you doing, Officer Jion? Replying to her, playing the game fairly. So I have few questions from these ministers. Can I have permission to ask? You have the permission. Go to the judge and turn to the minister and their lawyer. How much money you have donated to the children's? All these chiefs got nervous and told different amounts. What? How much? Oh, it's okay to forget it. After all, it's a hard to remember, right? Pneumatically said. Okay, no problem. Tell me how many children you have helped. Again, the same happened. Really? Or the reality is that you didn't even help a single child? Said while raising his voice. Objection, my lord. To the lawyer, please keep quiet. You will get the chance to speak. Let him finish first. My lord, the reality is that they never help a single child. Instead, they fill their own lockers with the donation money. Do you have any proof of that? What do you all think? I don't know about the law. I have proof in written as well as in oral. I told my subordinate to give the file in which I have collected the proofs. See this, my lord. It has all those complaints which the people filed about these chiefs. And if it is not trustworthy, then I have witnesses too. Jungkook signaled to the guards. You don't have to be afraid. Just say the truth. Tell us, did this Nuna help you? Yes, she paid all my hospital expenses. And just like that, all the children and their parents tell them how she saved their child's life. And now the biggest proof. Here. He played the CCTV footage of that day when that uncle asked for help and the minister kicked him out. My lord, she stole but only for the children. Her intentions were not wrong. It was the path which she chose. I would request you to reduce her punishment. After all, everything should be fair to the lawyer. Do you have something to say? I means you don't have anything to say. This court was about to sentence Vian to stay in prison for her whole life. But keeping in view the evidence of the officer and witnesses, this court reduces Vian's sentence to 5 years. I smiled and looked at Jungkook. How should I say thank you to you? Obviously, by mouth, he laughed. Seeing him laughing, I also chuckled and said, Thank you so much, Officer Jeon. I would be grateful to you. Can you do me one last favor? Yes, of course. But before that, promise me that you won't be stealing anymore. That's what I'm going to talk about. I promise I will stop stealing, and you promise me that you will expose all those traitors and give the donation to those who really need it. I will, I promise. And one more thing, can I meet Gookie before going? Of course you can. Wait, I will get him. He come back with Gookie. He came towards Payan while smiling, but his smile started to fade. When he saw her hands are cuffed, he looked at her confusingly and said, What happened, Mama? Why are your hands are cuffed? While looking down. It's because Mama did a wrong thing. What wrong you did? Your papa will explain it to you properly, as I don't have much time. I just want to say goodbye to you. With tear in his eyes. But why do you need to go? It's my punishment. I'm really sorry, Gookie. But don't worry, I will be back. Really? I promise you. No, promise me that when you will be back, you will be my official mama. You have to marry Papa. I want you to live with us. With wide eyes. What? No, baby. How can I do this? No, I don't know anything. You have to do this or else I won't be going home, nor school, and I also will not gonna eat anything. I will wait here only. No, Cookie, it's bad manners. Don't do this, please. I'm sorry, Mama, but I'm not gonna listen this time. You have to fulfill my promise. But cut off by Jungkook. It's okay, she will be your official mama. Happy now? Vian looked at him in disbelief, but he told her by gesture to give in because he knew Gookie is serious this time. That's why he said yes, just to make him happy. Jungkook was not serious about what he said, or maybe he is. Who knows? Really? Yay! He jumped and hugged Vian. Guard to Vian. We need to go now. Okay. Gookie, be a good boy. Don't trouble your papa and study well, okay? With a crying face. I will miss you, Mama, with some tears in her eyes. I will miss you too. And kissed on his forehead and cheeks. Bye, Gookie. And she left with the guards. Time passes and Gookie come to visit her regularly. Gookie get to know about her truth, but his love for his mama doesn't reduce even 1%. Instead, it grows more. And he respects her more now. Jungkook also fulfilled his promise, which he did to Vian. He exposed all those traitors and got promoted. After 3 years, in these 3 years, Vian and Jungkook become close to each other, and so are their feelings. They are best friends now, but their feelings are more than just a best friend for each other. Both are waiting for the right time to confess their feelings. And it seems like destiny also wanted them to be together because the law decided to waive the rest of Vian's sentence as she behaved well with everyone in the prison. Now she is going to release from prison tomorrow. Next day, Vian's point of view. I come out of the prison and inhale deeply. That feels like ages. I chuckled and stood there for a moment with my eyes closed. I heard a voice, Mama! I opened my eyes in an instant and looked in the direction and saw him. I smiled widely while bending a little. I opened my arms and soon I got a tight hug. I missed you so much, Mama. I missed you too, my cookie. Mama, promise me that you will not leave me ever again. I won't be able to live without you. Don't worry, I promise that I will stay with you for my whole life. Welcome back, Vian. Thank you so much, Jungkook. Mama, let's go. Two more people are waiting for you. With confusion. Two more? Yeah, let's go now. But at least tell me who is waiting. You will get to know about it. Let's go now. And they left for Jungkook's home. They reached and Jungkook opened the door. They entered, but as soon as Vian entered, she got crashed into a tight hug. She flinched by her sudden hug and looked at the person. It was a woman whose age must be around 50 to 55. She broke the hug and said, "Oh my, finally I got to see you." Author's point of view. Oh my, finally I got to see you. Gookie said the truth. You are really beautiful, dear. Your eyes are so beautiful, and your face, and your hair, and calm down, mom. She's not running away. Let her sit first. Oh, she is his mom. I bowed to her and greeted her. Annyeonghaseyo, Mrs. John. Annyeong. I'm sorry. Actually, I was excited to meet you. Come sit. Actually, Mr. and Mrs. Jeon used to stay outside of Korea for business purpose. That's why they never able to meet Vian. But now, as she is free from the prison, they decided to meet her and they come back. We all sat on the couch and Mrs. Jeon gave me water. Thank you. Where is mine, mom? Don't you have hands? Go and get it by yourself. He was looking at her with a disbelief look and thinking that he can't win, he took water by himself. Mrs. John to her husband, "Hey, where are you? Come fast, they are here. Coming." While coming downstairs, "I'm sorry to make you wait." I stood and bowed to him as well and greeted him. "Annyeonghaseyo, Mr. John. Oh, such a respectful child you are." Annyeong to Jungkook. "You should learn something from her." Looking at him in like, "Are you seriously? It must have been hard for you to live in prison. Oh my, look at you. You look so weak." "You are behaving just like how a mother behaves when her child come back from abroad after a long time. Did you forget you are meeting her for the first time? How do you know she become weak from before? Just shut your mouth, you ungrateful brat. I'm a mother and I know everything." In a whispering tone. "Is she really my mom?" "Granny, Papa saying that." Jungkook put his hand on his mouth and said in a whispering tone, "If you keep your mouth closed, I will give you your favorite ice cream. I want the biggest pack." "Fine, I will get one cut off by Goki. I want two packs." "But no way." "Okay then, Jungkook again put his hand on Goki's mouth and said, Okay, fine. I will give you two packs and that too the largest one. Will you keep your mouth locked now?" "Of course." "What you both are talking about?" With an innocent face. "No, nothing special." Anyways, you must be hungry, right?" "Yes, mom, I'm really hungry. What you made for lunch?" "Did I ask you?" "I'm asking from Ryan and Cookie." "Mom, please don't this to your own son. I'm hungry too," started his melodrama. Okay, fine. And stop blackmailing me now. Let's go. Lunch is all ready. Phew, my acting worked really well. Let's fill up my tummy with the delicious food. They all went to the dining table and sat on the chair. Jungkook and Mr. Jeon sat beside each other on one side of the table, while Mrs. Jeon and Gookie sat on the other side with Vian in the middle of both of them. "Here, Vian, take a bite." She took some food and held it towards Vian's mouth. "Say ah." I smiled at her, remembering how my mummy used to feed me by her own hands. I ate it and got lost in its taste. It's so delicious. You like it? I love it. While remembering her own mother, it feels like I'm eating my mummy's hands made food. She also used to cook delicious food just like you. Thank you, Mrs. John. Call me mom. Huh? Yes, and call me dad. And one more thing, you will be living here with us. Mr. and Mrs. John knows the whole story of Vian, and not only this, they also know that Jungkook loves Vian. Though he told them that they are best friends, but after all, they are parents. You can't hide anything from them. What? No, it's okay. I will manage. Cut off by Mrs. John. Don't say no, Vian. You are like our daughter. Not for us, but at least for Gookie. Live with us, please. Yes, Mama. You promised me that you will live with us. Please say yes. Oh, okay. I will. She looked at Vian and said, "Vian, why are you not eating? Huh? No, I mean, Mom, I'm full." "But this soon? It's been 3 years since you were there, and I know very well that what kind of food they give. Come on, eat more." "No, Mom, I can't eat the smallest bite. I'm really full." "Really? You eat so little, dear. I made the dessert too. Let me bring it for you." No, Mom, wait, I can't." She didn't listen and come back with a chocolate cake. Cookie told me that you love chocolate cake, so I made it specially for you. Here, tell me, how is it? She served a big piece to her. "I think my tummy will blast today, but I don't want to say no as she make it with so much love, so I took a bite. It's so yummy." Well, it was. I'm glad you like it. I finished the cake today. It seems like whatever was the shortage of food in 3 years, it has been fulfilled in one day. I think I won't be eating anything for the next 3 days. While eating, well, Jungkook, when are you going to propose, Ryan? I was drinking water when Dad said something which made me choke on water, which I was drinking. I coughed hard. I said while wiping my mouth. What are you talking about, Dad? Oh, come on, don't tell me that you didn't listen what I said. Your dad is right. What are you waiting for? You should have told her that you love cut off by Jungkook. Yeah, please stop it, Mom. Please. Jungkook gestured to her, and Mrs. John looked beside, seeing a blushing Ryan who was looking down, playing with her fingers, and a furious Bunny who was listening to the conversation with his big ears. That's when realization hits her, and she smiles and gestures to her husband to talk to him. Ryan, you must be tired, right? Come, let me show you your room. You know what? Me and Cookie decorate for you. Come, Cookie, let's show your mama her room. Yeah, let's go. He took Ryan's hand and dragged her upstairs with Mrs. John. Three of them left from there and went to the room. Mrs. John shows Ryan her room. She opened the door and a gasp left from Ryan's mouth. Her eyes widened a little and mouth hung open. Why? Because of how beautiful the room was. Oh my goodness, so beautiful. I entered and started to admire it. While doing that, I saw the teddy bear Jungkook and Gookie gifted me. My teddy bear. Oh, I missed it so much. I hugged it. You know, Mama, Papa shipped every single thing from your old apartment to here. Yeah, did you like it? No, I loved it. It's so beautiful. Thank you. Started to get emotional. Thank you so much for all this. I don't have words to express how happy I am right now. I thought I was alone, but not anymore. All thanks to you both, Mr. Jion and Jungkook. I started to look here and there because my tears started to peek out of my eyes. Ryan, look here. She held her face in her palms and made her look towards her and said, it's nothing in front of what you have done for all those children. They are alive and living a happy life with their family just because of you. You deserve more than this. I smiled and hugged her. You forgot me. No, how can we? Come. They all hug each other. Meanwhile, with Mr. Jeon and Jungkook. Jungkook's point of view. Jungkook, you should go get her before someone overtakes you. How did you both get to know about it? I never told you. Said while laughing. Oh, my son, did you forget that we are your parents? You can't hide anything from us. We know everything. See, we help you by making her our daughter. Now it's your turn. Make her our daughter in law. Thank you so much, Dad. Tell me what you want. I will surely get it for you. No need for that, but if you have asked now, then make her yours and give me a granddaughter. While blushing hard, Dad! What? You yourself told me to tell you what I want. Ah, fine. Dad left and I was still blushing. They are right. I should confess to her now. Yeah, I will confess to her today. It's now or never. But how should I confess? Should I tell her straightforward or something else? I was thinking when I remember she said that she never dated anyone, which means it will be her first time. Let's make it special. But let me check the time first. I look at my wristwatch, 2:15 p.m. Perfect. I have enough time to set a perfect date. Let's go now. He left the house and went for shopping and bought a beautiful red dress with matching sandals for Ryan for today's date. And wait, no, I'm not gonna tell you like this. Stay tuned and find out by yourself. He told the delivery boy to parcel the outfit at his home. After that, he left to set up the date. Which destination should I choose? She told me about her island type of day, on the beach, in the park, or maybe in a romantic restaurant with her favorite music. And as I told you before, they are best friends now. So both of them know about each other well, just like how best friends know about each other. After thinking of for almost an half an hour, I decided to set the date in the park, kinds of lovers park, and he got busy setting up the date. Ryan's point of view. I was resting in my room when I heard a knock on the door. I thought it must be Cookie, so I stood up and opened the door. But to my surprise, it was Mrs. John. She was smiling widely. Mom, come sit. No, you rest. I just come here to give you this. She handed me a shopping bag and a box. What isn't it? See it by yourself. Okay, I have some work to do. I'm going. But mom, listen. Looking at the packages. What is it? Let's check. I closed the door and sat on the bed. I opened it and saw a letter first. For Ryan. I opened it and read. It's been 3 years since we have become best friends, but couldn't get to hang out even once, so I decided to do a friend's day today. Please wear this outfit and be ready till 6 p.m. I will pick you up from home. See you later, bestie. Jian Jungkook. Friend's date? I said with a sad face and some little tears in my eyes. Did he only see me as a best friend? But why? No, no, Brian. He did this so much for you. You should be happy for this, and I will be able to spend some time with him. I said while wiping those tears away. Let's see what he sent. I opened the packages and my mouth hung open after seeing the dress. Wow, so beautiful, and matching sandals too. Oh my, he indeed has a good taste. But why red dress? I should get ready now. He will be here soon. Let's take a bath first. I took a bath and did some manicure. After that, I come out of the bathroom and dried my hair. I wore the dress and twirled once. Good fit. Let's get ready now. I do a minimal makeup as I don't like heavy ones. And done. I said after applying my lipstick. I looked at myself in the mirror. You did a great job, Ryan. Keep it up. Hope I don't fall, especially in front of him. Well, I already had fallen for him. In love, obviously. She got busy with this and forgot about the time. Right now, I am at home already and set. I have already told mom and dad about the date, so they also went out to spend some time with Gookie. I was waiting for her, but it's been 15 minutes since I am waiting for her, so I decided to call out. I call out her name from downstairs. Vian, are you ready? I was doing practice when I heard Jungkook's voice calling me. Oh, he's here. I looked at myself one last time in the mirror and went out of the room to downstairs. Jungkook's point of view. I looked up when I heard the sound of heels clicking on the stairs. My eyes got stuck on her. She was coming downstairs and I was watching her every move. I can't take off my eyes off her. She was coming while looking down at her every step. Oh, now I feel like I shouldn't have sent her heels. But she was looking beautiful in that red dress. Her long straight hair with a bow clip on them. And lastly, that beautiful face with the light makeup on. She is looking like an angel, cute as well as hot, that too at the same time. Why so beautiful, Vian? He is having a little heart attack. Jungkook got so busy admiring Vian that he didn't even notice when she came and stood in front of him. She called him, but he didn't listen. She called him two more times, but he didn't reply. So she shook him a little and said, Jungkook, back to earth. Where are you lost? I come back to reality when Vian shook me. That's when I noticed that I was staring her at all this time. Now where? Are you sure? Yeah, well, you are looking more beautiful today. Unknowingly, a rent appeared on my cheeks. Thank you. Well, you are looking handsome too. Thanks. He was just standing there looking at her, Vian's point of view. Is this for me? She said, and he followed her gaze and looked down in his hand. Oh, yeah, actually, I saw these fresh flowers, so I bought some for you. He gave Vian the flowers. She took them and sniffed. It smells nice. I said, looking up at him, but to my surprise, he was already looking at me. Seeing him looking at me without even blinking made me a little nervous, so I said, shouldn't we go now? Huh? Yeah, sure, come. Took her hand in mine and we both went outside sitting in my car. Author's point of view. They reached and Jungkook helped her to get out of the car. He again took her hand and walked in. Vian gasped after looking at the view. Wow, it's so beautiful, she said while looking at the view. Yeah, so beautiful. He said this while looking at her. Come. He took her inside and she saw, oh my goodness, so pretty, she said while admiring the beauty of the view. Yeah, so pretty. And he said while admiring his view. He made her sit on the mat and sat himself also. He took a glass and poured some champagne in it. Here, he passed one glass to Vian and they took a sip. A waiter came to them to take their order, and after some time their order was on the table. They ate while talking and enjoyed the background music. After they are done eating, Jungkook asked Vian for a dance. She agreed and they both danced under the lights. Is this a really friend's date? I don't think so. But anyways, it doesn't matter which kind of date is it. The real thing is that I'm loving this moment as well as this person. After the dance, can you close your eyes just for a moment? Huh? But why? There is a little surprise for you. What surprise? Close your eyes first and don't open them till I say, okay, and I close my eyes. Now come with me. But where? Come, I'm guiding you. Jungkook took Vayan's hand in his. He guided her and stood somewhere. What are you doing, Jungkook? Open your eyes. Vayan's point of view. I opened my eyes and my mouth hung open when I looked around me. I turned around and saw Jungkook sitting on one knee with a ring in his hand. Vayan, ever since the day we met, I have felt a sense of happiness in my life like never before. You are my best friend, my soulmate, and the love of my life. I never thought that I could love someone again. You light up my world with your smile and bring joy to my life again. Can't explain it, but I just know that you are the one for me. So, will you be Cookie's official mother? Will you marry me and make me the happiest man ever? My words stuck in my throat, my eyes got teary. I tried to control it, but the tears started to flow down my cheeks. He saw her tears and asked with a little sadness in his voice, What happened, Vayan? Why are you crying? It's fine if you don't feel the same. I shook my head and tried to say, No, it's nothing like that. It's just I'm so happy right now. It's my happiness tears. He smiled widely and said, So will you? I said while nodding my head, I would love to. He asked for my hand and put the ring in my ring finger. Thank you for filling happiness in my life, and I promise to keep you happy for the rest of my life. I respect you a lot. I will never in my life will hurt you. You deserve the best from me, and I promise to make your all dreams come true. I love you. All I wanted was someone to care for me. All I wanted was someone who would be there for me. All ever I wanted was someone who would be true. And all ever I wanted was someone like you. You make me a better person, and I can't imagine spending my life without you. I'm grateful for every moment we have shared together, and I want to spend the rest of my life making more memories with you. I love you too. They broke the hug and looked at each other with their hurtful eyes. He kissed her cheek with the one of his hand, and soon the hands started to kiss her lips. While looking at them, he asked, May I have the honor? I just hummed while nodding my head. He put his one hand around my waist, pulling me closer to himself, while the other one was still on my cheek. I put my hands on his chest softly. He started to lean his face towards mine, and my eyes closed on their own. All this moment, my heart is beating so hard that anyone can hear it. I giggled in the kiss and he smiled. I tried to match his face. His tongue slipped inside my mouth, gentle but demanding, and it's nothing like I have ever experienced. And I suddenly understand why people describe kissing as melting because every square inch of my body dissolved into it. My finger grips his hair, pulling him closer. My wings were throbbing and my heart was exploding. After some time, we broke the kiss as we both ran out of breath. I love you so much, Jungkook. I love you more. They both look at each other and join their foreheads together by smiling. They sit there looking at the sky full of stars. A sky full of stars looks so beautiful. You know what? Whenever I used to feel down or sad, I look at the stars in the hope that one day everything will be alright. And today you fulfill my wish. Thank you so much, Jungkook. You deserve it, Vayan. He said and kissed her forehead. And they spent some time enjoying the star view. After 10 months, author's point of view. Didn't realize when 10th month passed away. The spell is now broken as Vayan finally got her true love. Vayan and Jungkook dated for these 10 months because Vayan wanted to become independent woman before marriage. Jungkook respected her this decision. Vayan opened her own restaurant in which Jungkook supported her in every way. She did hard work to make her restaurant count in famous ones. Her hard work pays off. Now her restaurant count in the top 5 most famous restaurant of the South Korea. And now finally today they both are getting married. Right now she was sitting in the dressing room in her wedding dress. Vayan's point of view. Why I'm feeling so nervous? Is this how every girl feels when they get married? I was thinking just then I heard someone asking from the outside, Can I come in, dear? I signed while smiling and said, You don't need to ask for permission, mom. She entered and gasped loudly. Oh, my baby, you are looking so beautiful, just like a princess. Wow, Mama, you look so pretty. I looked and saw my baby in a suit. Oh, you are looking so handsome, Gookie. But today, Papa looking more handsome. It's time. Oh, look at my daughter, looking so beautiful, just like a princess. Okay, come now, it's time to go. They all went outside. Jungkook's point of view. I was desperately waiting for her. Mom and dad didn't let me see her when she tried the wedding gown. I wanted to see how she looked in that white gown. I was thinking about her when the host said, Okay, everyone, now the time has come for which we all were eagerly waiting. Yes, the bride is here. He finished saying that and the door opened, revealing the bride. She walked down the aisle with Mr. Jeon by her side. I looked at her and my lips curved into a bright smile. She is looking like an angel in that white gown. She was looking down. Maybe she is still nervous. She reached the end of the aisle and Dad gave her hand to me. I gently took her hand in mine and that was the moment when she finally lifted her head and looked at me. She instantly started to smile. I smiled back at her. Ryan's point of view. I looked up when Jungkook took my hand. He was looking so handsome in that wedding suit. Jeon Jungkook, will you have Ryan to be your wife to live together in holy marriage? Will you love her, comfort her, honor and keep her in sickness and in health? And forsaking all others, be faithful to her as long as you both shall live. Yes, I do. Ryan, will you have Jeon Jungkook to be your husband, to live together in holy marriage? Will you love him, comfort him, honor and keep him sickness and in health, and forsaking all others? Be faithful to him as long as you both shall live. I do. They exchanged their rings. Now I pronounce you as husband and wife. You may kiss the bride. We both look at each other. Jungkook put his hand on my vest, pulling me closer to him. He leaned towards me until our lips met each other. He gave a long peck on my lips and parted away after hearing the cheering. After that, we greeted everyone, taking their blessing, and took lots of pictures. Author's point of view. And lastly, they took a family picture. Finally, our family is completed now. No, not now. Why? My baby sister is not here and the family is not completed without her. What? I want a baby sister only then our family will be completed. Mama, Papa, please give me a baby sister. I promise I will be a good big brother. I will take care of her and will protect her. Cookie, let's cut off by Cookie. No, promise me first that you will give me a baby sister or else I'm not gonna talk to you. Uh, don't worry, Cookie. Your mama papa will give you a baby sister soon. Really? Yay! Ryan, Jungkook, you go home now. You both must be tired, right? But mom, what about the guests? Let me cut off by Mr. John. We will handle everything. You go get some rest. We will come tomorrow morning. And yeah, Googie will be staying with us. But no more buts. Go now. Okay, okay. He left to take out the car. Googie, don't trouble your grandma and grandpa, okay? Okay. I smiled at him, saying, that's like my good boy. Okay, then I will see you in the morning. Now give Mama a goodbye kiss, I said, and he gave a peck on my cheek. I gave on both of his cheeks. Bye. Bye. Whispering to Mrs. John, our plan worked. Yeah, now we will have another grandchild soon. Yeah, it was their plan. Flashback. Ryan and Jungkook were getting ready for their wedding. Mr. and Mrs. John were welcoming the guests, and our Googie was playing with his cousin. Googie, baby, come here. 5 minutes, Grandma. Looks like he is enjoying playing with them. Why not? He doesn't have any sibling to play with. Yeah, you are right. Then Googie come to them and said, yes, Grandma, are you enjoying playing with them? Yes, I'm enjoying it so much. I also want a sibling like all of them. You should ask for your mama and papa for that. They will surely give you a baby sister. Really? Yeah, they will. Listen, you ask them after the wedding ceremony will be completed. Okay, flashback ended. Ryan's point of view. I come out of the wedding hall and saw Jungkook waiting for me. I went towards him. He looked at me and said, all done? Should we leave? Yeah, let's go now. I can't stand in these heels anymore. Yeah, come. He helped Ryan to sit in the car. After that, he also sat on the seat and drove for their home. When we reached home, I was about to open the car door, but before I could, Jungkook opened it. I got out of the car, but as soon as I stepped forward, I stumbled on my heels and was about to fall, but a pair of hands grabbed me by the waist. She stumbled and was about to fall, but I was quick enough to catch her. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. I was about to move forward, but he carried me bridal style. Yeah, what are you doing? I can walk. I see how much you can walk. It's just because of the heels. It's fine. Let's go in. He carried me all the way till the bedroom. Once we entered the bedroom, he put me down and said, "You can change here. I will use the other one." Okay. As soon as he left, I kicked out the heels out of my feet. What a relief. I don't know how girls manage to wear heels every day. I can't stand them for even a few hours. I went towards the dressing table and started to take off the jewelry. And after that, I started to unpin my hair. Yeah, did they put pins of the whole world in my head? It took almost half an hour to unpin my hair, and then I tied them in the braid. Now, let's change the dress. Saying so, I started to unzip my gown, but my hand is not reaching. After struggling a little bit, I was able to open it, but to my bad, it stuck in midway. I tried to fix it, but nothing happened. Why you need to be stuck? I stuck to the zip in frustration. Let's try. Jungkook's point of view. I freshen up and change my clothes. When I look at the time, it's been an hour. Maybe she is done with changing. Let's see. I went towards my room and knocked on the door first. But Ryan didn't reply. I knocked again but got no response, so I decided to enter. When I entered, I found her struggling to unzip her gown. I chuckled hearing her taking out of frustration on the zipper. I went towards her and held the zip. Ryan's point of view. I was trying to unzip but flinched when I felt someone grabbing the zipper. Well, I know it's Jungkook, he said. Let me help you with that. I was tingling whenever his finger brushed past my skin. His warm breath on my neck sent shiver down my spine. Damn, it stuck really bad. Jump up, wait, I will do it. Huh? Why? I almost got it. Just stand still. Okay. He gently gripped on my shoulder and swept down the zipper, revealing my back. Well, they both never go further than hugging or kissing before. Fell on my face. I scrunched my eyes and opened them. I blinked them a few times to get adjusted to the brightness. I breathed heavily and looked beside me only to see the sleeping figure of my princess. I smiled looking at her, but soon the smile faded away after noticing the dry tears on her cheeks. I kissed her and kissed her forehead. I looked at the time and it was showing 7 a.m. in the morning. She would be hungry after waking up. Let's cook her favorite meal to lift her mood. I stood up and did my morning routine. After that, I went downstairs and started cook her favorite items. After 45 minutes, Vian's point of view. My sleep broke and I opened my eyes to see no one beside me. I sat up on the bed and found myself in his shirt. Wow, did he make me wear this? I chuckled at the thought. Need to pee, let's go. As soon as I left the bed, my butt met the floor. Ouch! Jungkook's point of view. I was almost done with the cooking and was about to go upstairs to wake Vian up. I was in midway when I heard a third sound from our room. I quickly went into the room and found Vian on the floor. My eyes widened and I ran towards her, holding her in my arms and saying, Vian, what happened? Are you okay? Yeah, it just I fell. Huh? But how? I don't know. I stood up and my legs didn't support me and I fell. My legs are numb. I can't feel them. Ah, I got it. It must be because of tomorrow night. What? You beast? Yeah, I'm sorry. Cut off by Vian. Yes, say that later, but first took me in the bathroom. Okay, I left Vian in my arms. I took her to the bathroom and when she got done freshing up, we went downstairs to have our breakfast. I put her down and went to serve breakfast. Vian's point of view. I sat on the chair but stood up in an instant with a slight whimper. What happened? My back is hurting. Oh, it must be because you fell earlier. Come here. He grabbed my arm and pulled me towards him, making me stand up on his lap. What are you doing? What? It was hurting, right? Then sit here. This seat is more comfortable than that chair. You are making me drown in your love more and more. Is it? Okay, now here, say ah. He said while taking a bite from the meal and keeping it in front of my mouth. I said while giggling, I hurt my back, not my hands. I can eat by myself. It doesn't matter where you are hurt. The thing which matters is that you are hurt, so let me take care of you. Why are you this sweet and caring? With a little sadness. It feels like I don't deserve you. Yeah, what are you talking? You deserve all this, even better than this. Don't feel like you are not good enough. You are perfect, and that's the reason I love you so much. I chuckled in my little sobbing and said, I love you more, but I do the most, and kissed my forehead. They finished their breakfast while chit chatting. After some time, they heard the doorbell. Jungkook went to open the door. It was Mr. and Mrs. John with Jungkook. As soon as Cookie entered, he directly ran towards his mama and hugged her. Mama, I'm back. Finally, I was missing you. I went towards mom and dad and said, Good morning, mom. Good morning, dad. Good morning, dear. Come, have your breakfast. Don't worry about it, dear. We already had our breakfast. Oh, okay, mom. Then tell me what should I cook for lunch? Ryan and Mrs. John got busy discussing about the lunch, and Jungkook and Mr. John sit in the living room talking and playing with Cookie. After 2 weeks, right now I am at work, but I'm not feeling well from the last 3 or 4 days. I thought I ate something wrong as I vomited a few times. I thought it would be fine, but I think I need to visit the doctor. But how? There is so much work that I didn't even get time to take my meals properly. I thought and again engrossed in my work. Vian is very busy in this week, and because of that, she got stressed and lost her appetite. Now it was night time. She didn't have her lunch, and in the breakfast too, she only ate a piece of bread. Ah! I shouted in frustration and leaned on my chair holding my head. I looked at my wristwatch. It shows at 7 pm. I should leave now. I have to prepare dinner too. Well, Mrs. John always tell her that she will prepare it, but Vian didn't let her do work because now it's her responsibility to take care of the house chores. And she don't want her mom to do all of that alone. I left and was on the way to go home, but suddenly I started to feel dizzy. My vision got blurry, so I stopped my car on a side of the road. I really need to visit the doctor. Saying so, I again started the engine and went home. At dinner, we all were having dinner right now, but I'm not feeling like eating anything. Vian, dear, why are you not eating anything? It's your favorite dish, right? Hearing this, Mr. Jeon, Jungkook, and Gookie also looked at her. Yeah, mom, but I'm not feeling like eating it. Are you alright, dear? You are looking pale and weak. Yeah, mom, I'm fine, I said while smiling a little. Don't lie to me. I know you are not well. I'm sorry, mom. Actually, I don't want you to get worried. I will get more worried if you will not tell me. Yes, dear. Say it if you are sick or something. Actually, I'm not feeling well lately, but it must be because there is too much work in the restaurant. I will be fine. Why do you take this much stress? Everything will be fine. Don't take stress. Okay, mom, I will not. Next day, it was 7 am and Vian left for work. She has a really tight schedule today, means no break or maybe no meal too. Vian's point of view. It was almost evening, but still there was so much work left to do. I stood up and got a coffee for myself, as my secretary is also busy at work, so I didn't disturb her. I was standing and waiting for my coffee to get done, but suddenly my head started spinning again and my vision started to get blurred and everything black out. Author's point of view. Vian fell on the floor unconsciously. All the other employees rushed towards her and tried to wake her up. They sprinkled some water and Vian opened her eyes. She stood up with the help of employees and sat on the couch. The employee gave her some water to drink. Ma'am, you should go home. You are not well. Don't worry about the work. We will do it. Okay. She left and was on her way to go home. That's when she thought that she should visit the doctor. So she went to the doctor and consulted her. Have you taken a pregnancy test? Huh? Your symptoms saying that you may be pregnant. She took out the pregnancy kit and gave it to Vian. Here, take this pregnancy test first. Okay. I took the pregnancy kit and went towards the washroom. After 5 minutes, I come out while looking at the pregnancy test in my hand. Vian gave it to the doctor. She was really nervous. She smiled widely and said, "Congratulations, Mrs. John. You're gonna be a mother soon." Listening to her, my eyes widen a little and my lips curve into a bright smile. Really? I'm gonna be a mother again? Her first time was Gookie when he called her mama. Thank you so much, doctor. No need to be thankful. It's my work. But Mrs. John, you need to be very careful from now on. Take your meals on time and don't take stress, okay? Okay, I will be careful. Saying that she left for home, she was really happy. I'm so excited to tell them about it. But wait, Jungkook's birthday is in 2 days, right? Okay then, I will give him a surprise. Except Jungkook, Ryan told all the members about her pregnancy. She wants to tell him on his birthday as a birthday gift. Jungkook's birthday, 1st September. Ryan's point of view. It's Jungkook's birthday today, and I'm gonna tell him about my pregnancy. Right now, I'm preparing breakfast. After getting done with the breakfast, I went upstairs to our room. I ended and saw him getting ready while standing in the front of the mirror. I went towards him and hugged him from the back and said, "Happy birthday, Jungkook." He smiled and turned towards me saying, "Thank you, but where is my gift now?" "Wait here, I will bring it, but close your eyes first." "Okay," he said and closed his eyes. I said and took out his gift and told him to open his eyes. He opened his eyes and looked at Vian and at our hands. He made a confused face at first but understood after seeing those small shoes and milk bottle. "Happy birthday, Jungkook. Hope you like the gift." He looked at Vian in utter shock. His words were not coming out because of the excitement. He tightly hugged Vian and said, I'm gonna be a father again? Oh my, thanks so much, Vian. It's the best gift until now. He lifts Vian in his arm and started to spin around in excitement while smiling brightly. Yeah, Jungkook, don't move like that, or we will get dizzy. Oh, yeah, right. He put Vian down, saying, "Well, when did you find out about it?" "2 days before, but I wanted to tell you on your birthday, so I waited for today." Thank you for all this, Vian. I love you so much. And you too, our little one. And what about me? The person said, popping out of nowhere. He flinched a little, but said while chuckling, "I love you three, Gookie." And they did a family hug. After 4 months, Jungkook's point of view. I entered our room and hear Vian talking to the baby. What happened? The baby just kicked. Really? Let me see. I said and placed my hand on her stomach and felt it. Oh my, is she or he playing football in there? I said, laughing a little. Who knows? Author's point of view. Now Vian is 6 months pregnant and it's 2 a.m. in the night right now. She was sleeping in her husband's arm peacefully, but her peaceful sleep got disturbed when her stomach growled. She woke up and sat on the bed. saying with a pout on her lips, I want to eat something. Let's see if something is there, she said and went downstairs. She looked but didn't find anything to eat. She again came into the room and looked at her husband. I shouldn't wake him up. Let's sleep, maybe I will forget about it. Saying so, she lay down again and tried to sleep. Saying so, she lay down again and tried to sleep, but couldn't as she is really hungry now. She looked at Jungkook and said, sorry, but it's only for the baby, please. I shook him to wake him up. After a few seconds, he woke up and sat on the bed while asking in a worried tone, what happened, Bayan? Are you okay? Is it hurting somewhere? Is the baby is fine? Yeah, we both are fine. It's just I'm hungry. Please bring me something to eat. What? But didn't you eat just a few hours ago? Said in a low tone while tears started to build in her eyes. What do you mean? Am I eating too much? Means I'm getting fatter? And that's it. She started to cry. No, no, no. I didn't mean it like that, love. Please don't cry. She started to cry loudly. Well, normally, she's not like this. It's just that she becomes sensitive. She gets emotional easily and cries on the little things. She become like this on her periods or fever only, and just like that, she becomes sensitive in her pregnancy too. Hearing noises, Mr. and Mrs. John and Gookie come into the room and saw Vian crying. She said while crying, Mama, she cried and hugged Mrs. John. What happened, dear? Mama, why are you crying? Is it hurting somewhere? He asked worriedly. Mama, Jungkook saying I'm getting fatter. I'm eating too much. Huh? How dare you, Jungkook? How can you say that, Papa? Mama is not fat. No, 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 I didn't mean that. Yeah, you brat, how dare you make my prettier daughter cry, huh? He said and twisted Jungkook's ear hardly. Ah! Okay, okay, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I will not say anything like that ever again. I'm sorry. Please leave it, Dad. It's hurting. You better obey or else. I know, he said while faking a smile. Don't cry, dear, she said, wiping her tears and said, tell me, do you want something? She wiped her tears a little, said while nodding her head like a baby. I'm hungry. I want to eat something. Said in a sweet, polite tone. That's all? Don't worry. In a cold, angry tone. Come on, Jungkook. Go and get her favorite food items. Go quickly. At this hour? With a dangerous look. Do you have a problem? Saying while faking a smile. No, no, not at all. I'm going. You have only 15 minutes. Come fast. Huh? What? Are you serious? He shut his mouth after seeing the death glare of his parent and Gookie. So he left in a rush while grabbing the keys. After 15 minutes, sat standing on their room door while breathing heavily. I I got all her favorite items. Vian ate her favorite items and after that she fell asleep. Jungkook looked at her sleeping figure and said, I'm sorry, my love. I will be more careful from now on. He said and kissed her forehead. Sleep well. He also slept while cuddling her carefully. Vian became too sensitive on her period, and just like that, she became like that in her pregnancy too. But it doesn't matter how bad Vian's mood swings are. Jungkook always took care of Vian very well. He went to the hospital and went for evening walks with her, and brought her favorite snacks, helped her at work, cooked her favorite foods, and showered her with lots of kisses and hugs. Vian is now 7 months pregnant. Right now, she is wearing her clothes, but not even a single cloth is fitting her. Ah, why they are not fitting? It means I'm fat. Oh no. And she again started to cry. Listening to her crying, Jungkook came out of the shower and went to her and said while cupping her face, what happened to you, love? Why are you crying? All of my clothes are not fitting me. I'm getting fat. I'm ugly now. And cried more. Come here. He grabbed her hand and stood in front of the mirror, while he himself stood behind her. Now look at the cute and pretty face. It's so cute and beautiful, is not it? He turned her around and hugged her and said, you're feeling low because of your mood swings. But don't worry, just wait for 2 months and you will be just like before. said and kissed her lightly. Whenever she feels low, Jungkook always cheers her up. Well, sometimes he gets confused about whose the baby is, as Vian started to behave like babies, such as pouting all the time, talking in baby voice sometimes, and throwing tantrum when she had to take medicine. Vian's mistake also. Actually, her nature is like this. And her mood swings. And just because of that, she wants to be treated like a baby, but only when she is hurt, sick, have periods, or pregnancy. It had been 8 months since Vian is pregnant. And now, as her date is coming closer, she is getting more and more scared about it. And because of that, she cries a lot nowadays. Just like today, right now, she is crying while hugging her mom. Don't be afraid, Vian. A woman doesn't know how strong she can be. She said while wiping her tears. Don't cry, okay? Mhm. Actually, she is afraid of the operation and things like that. The doctor said that delivery will be normal, but still, who knows when the time changes. She is not afraid of needles and injection, but is scared of surgeries, operation, and stitches like things. It's like she have a phobia of this. After some time, Goki come back from the school, and the first thing he did after entering the house is run up to her mama and started to talk with her baby brother or sister. Well, Googie wants to have a sister. He even selected her name also. It's his daily routine. He come home and talk to her baby brother or sister for about 1 to 2 hours, while Ryan and Mrs. John get him freshen up and made him eat his meal. At night, everyone was in their respective room and were going to sleep. Our Ryan also wanted to sleep but can't able to do so. She was tired and want to have some good rest, but here she can't able to sleep. Jungkook come out of the bathroom and saw Ryan still sitting in the bed. He looked at her tired face and asked, "What happened, Ryan? Are you not sleepy?" "I am, but can't able to sleep." Let me help you, he said and laid beside her and put her head on his broad chest and said, "I will sing your favorite song to make you fall asleep." And with that, he closed his eyes and started to sing Vian's favorite song, My You and Angel Baby. Vian felt relaxed listening to her favorite song, that too in her favorite person's voice, and in a few moments she went into her dreamland. After a few minutes, Jungkook finished singing the songs and opened his eyes to see Vian sleeping peacefully while hugging him. He smiled brightly and kissed on her forehead while mumbling, "Sleep well, my angel baby." And he also fell asleep hugging her and the baby bump. After some days, it's 11 p.m. now, means sleeping time. All the family members are in their respective rooms and just fell asleep, but there is no sleep in our Vian's eyes. Actually, she is feeling unwell and that's why she is not able to sleep. She kept changing side but couldn't get comfortable. At last, she got up and went to the balcony with her giant teddy bear. She sat on the balcony swing and started to seeing the star while hugging her teddy bear. She felt a little relaxed and didn't know when she fall asleep. Next morning, Jungkook's point of view. I woke up and looked beside me but didn't find Vian. I looked at the table clock and it shows 6:30 a.m. She usually wakes around 7:30. Did she wake up early today? Maybe she is in the bathroom. Saying so, I went to check the bathroom, but she was not there. I was about to go downstairs but saw the balcony door open. I went there and found Vian sleeping while hugging the teddy bear. I sighed but chuckled at her. I took her in my arms and made her lay on the bed comfortably. In afternoon. Right now I'm making her take the medicines. Why? Because she caught a cold. As she slept on the balcony last night, and that too without any blanket. She is throwing tantrums and not taking the medicine. Instead she is asking for ice cream. I again tried to make her took the medicine in a polite way, but she refused. I got mad and shouted at her. And now, Bayan, have your medicine without any tantrums, or else you will see the strict side of me. She flinched hard when I shouted. She was on the verge of crying, but somehow didn't let the tears fall out from her eyes. She had her medicine and sat quietly looking down and trying to stop those tears from falling out. I looked at her and sighed while saying, "I'm sorry, my love, but why don't you listen to me? It's not good for you and the baby. I know it's really frustrating, but please, just this much. Suffer it a little bit, then you, me, and the baby, we all will be free." Well, it's not like a burden for them, but they got exhausted now and want to see their baby as soon as possible. It's her ninth month now, and they prohibited her from doing any kind of work because it's risky in this state. It's night time. But our Vayan is walking in the hallway because she is feeling weird and uncomfortable. She sat on the couch and was really stressed out. And she started to feel the pain. She tried to control but screamed loudly when the second wave of pain hit her. Hearing her scream, all come out of their rooms and saw her screaming in pain while clutching her baby bump. They all went towards her. Oh no, Vayan, are you okay, dear? Shook her hand in denial. No, mom, it's hurting so much. Ah! Jungkook, we need to go to the hospital really quickly. Yeah, dad, take out the car. We need to hurry. Mr. Jeon went outside to take out the car. Jungkook lifted Vayan and went outside, followed by Mrs. Jeon and Gookie. They rushed towards the hospital. They lay her on the stretcher, and the nurses were taking her to the labor room. Vayan held Jungkook's hand tightly. And as her scream got louder, the grip got stronger and stronger. She was crying hard. The nurses went into the room, and Vayan's hand got separated from Jungkook. He was on the verge of crying, seeing her love in this much pain. He started to feel insecure as the memory when Gookie had been born started to flash in his mind. Please God, give her strength. I won't be able to live if something happens to her. I'll have lost one, but I can't lose her now. I will also die if something happens to her. He was going back and forth outside of the room. Mrs. John consoled him and made him sit on the bench. She will be fine, Jungkook. Our Vayan is very strong. Everything will be fine soon. They can hear Vayan screaming clearly as her screaming got louder and louder every passing second. At last, she screamed loudly that everyone outside of the room flinched hard. Jungkook's eyes widened and now he can't sit there. He was about to break in the room but heard a baby crying. He froze in his place with mouth hanging open. He got back to reality when Gookie started to pull his hand and said, Papa, the baby is here, look. He looked at the door opening and the nurse come out with the baby in her hand while saying, Congratulations, it's a baby girl. Yay, finally, I got my sister. Our family is completed now. He said and jumped in happiness. Nurse handed the baby girl to her father. Jungkook took her in her arms carefully and looked at her with teary but happy eyes. Said while chuckling, Welcome to the family, princess. Look, who is here to welcome you? Your papa, grandma, and your big brother. Jungkook, now give her to me. I want to hold her. He passed her to Mrs. John carefully. Oh my, such a pretty princess I got. Jungkook, look, her nose looks like you. She also had a mole under her lips just like you, Jungkook. And her eyes are like Mama, big and pretty. Mama? Oh, Vayan. He asked one of the nurse about Vayan. She got unconscious, but don't worry, she will get conscious in an hour or two. The nurses shifted Vayan to a wardroom to rest. She was still unconscious, and everyone was outside doing some hospital work and taking care of the little angel. After an hour, Vayan got conscious. She opened her eyes and looked around. She sat in an instant after realizing that she was in hospital. She quickly looked down and didn't see her baby bump. She looked around and there was no one. She was about to get off the bed and ran outside, but the door opened, revealing Jungkook. Oh, Vayan, you are awake. Are you okay? Are you feeling well? Wait, let me call the doctor. No, first tell me where is the baby is. She or he is all fine. Nothing happened to him or her, right? Everything is okay. Say now, why are you not saying anything? She questioned him non-stop, so Jungkook said, Yeah, give me a chance to speak. Everything is fine, Vayan, as well as the baby. She is all well. She nodded his head while saying, Yes, we are blessed by a baby girl. We got a princess. She instantly smiled and said, Really? Thank God. But where is she? I didn't see her till now. Our princess is here. As soon as Vayan saw Mrs. John with the baby in her hand, she got frozen at her spot. Her words stuck in her throat. Mrs. John came to her and said, Here, Vayan, hold her. Vayan kissed all over little angel's face while saying, Thank you so much for choosing us and coming to us. I don't have any another wish now. I got every happiness. Thank you so much for this beautiful gift, Vayan. Thank you for giving me this cute little sister, Mama. And thank you for filling happiness in our life once again. Okay, now, Vicky, tell what name you wanna give her. Her name will be Jeon Jiyoon, and we will call him Jia at home. Wow, such a cute name. Well done, Cookie. And they lived happily ever after.